Good morning. Today we are going to work in our workbook in lesson 5. Actually, not your workbook, the textbook. I said the wrong word. We're going to look at lesson 5 and we're going to practice some subtraction facts. So let's look at them and let's do them together. It says say the answers and then look for patterns. 11 minus 2. If you count backwards, 11, 10, 9. And then we're going to write our answers right inside that box. It's really small. If you can fit it in there, go ahead and do it, okay? It's not asking you to write it, but I'm asking you to write it because I think it will be helpful for you to see and notice some of the patterns. 11 minus 3, we're going to count back 3 times. 11, 10, 9, 8. I'm going to put a little bit 8 right there. Perfect. 11 minus 4. 11, I'm going to count back 4 times. 11, 10, 9, 8, 7. 11, count back 5 times. 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6. Notice I have been using my counting back strategy, and I'm already looking and checking to see if I see any patterns. First of all, I'm noticing it says 11 minus 2, 11 minus 3, 11 minus 4, 11 minus 5. I am noticing that all of these numbers are 11. They're taking away from 11. And the numbers are getting bigger. They're taking away 2, then 3, then 4, then 5, then 6, then 7, then 8, then 9. They're all increasing by 1. Now I'm going to check to see the pattern of what is happening to the results, meaning my answers. The difference is 9, 8, 7, 6. What do you think this will be? 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. I'm going to put a dot on the ones that we guessed our answer based on that pattern. So we're going to go back and check to see if our guess is correct, okay? 11 minus 6. 11, I'm going to count back 6 times. 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5. And our answer was 5. So our guess was correct based on this pattern, okay? Now let's move on to the next row. I'm going to do 12 minus 3. 12, count back 3 times. 12, 11, 10, 9. So I'm going to write down my 9. 12 minus 4. 12 in my head. 11, 10, 9, 8. 12 in my head minus 5. 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7. I'm going to write my 7. Now I'm going to check to see if I see any patterns. Again, I'm noticing this whole row, column, starts with 12s, right? And then look at them. The numbers that we're taking away are increasing by 1. Minus 3, minus 4, minus 5, minus 6, minus 7, minus 8, minus 9. Now I'm checking to see for patterns for the answer to these subtraction problems, which is called the difference, right? 9, 8, 7. You guessed it. This is going to be 6. 9, 8, 7, 6. 5, 4, and 3. These are the ones that I guessed. Today, I'm just going to check to see if this one is correct, okay? 12 minus 9. 12 minus 9 equals 3 is what I have here. Let's check. Inside the 12, I have a 10 and a 2. 10 minus 9 is 1. Add those leftovers. 2 plus 1 is 3. Our answer was correct. And this way, when we subtract this way, this was the first method, right, of taking away from the 10. So this was correct. Now we'll move on to the next one. Look at all of these start with a 13. All of these start with a 14, 15, 16, 17, and 18. Now I'm looking at the numbers that we're taking away. Again, they are all increasing by 1. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 6, 7, 8, 9. 7, 8, 9. Every time they're going down, they're increasing by 1. Let's subtract to see if we can find any patterns with our answers. 13 minus 4, 13 in my head, counting backwards 4 times, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9. So I'm going to write my answer, 9. 13 minus 5, 13 in my head, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8. I found 9, 8. Since all of these answers were counting backwards by 1, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3. I'm going to assume this is also going to have that same pattern. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4. Now, I guessed all of these based on my pattern. I'm also noticing that when I look this way, from left to right, 8, 9, 7, 8, 9, 6, 7, 8, 5, 6, 7. What do you think is happening to those numbers? When we're going from left to right, the numbers are also increasing by 1, right? So if I said 7, 8, 9, 6, 7, 8, this would be a 9 because it's increasing by 1. Do you see that pattern going left to right? 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Oh my gosh, this is so much easier when we know the pattern, right? Let's do the very last one. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Now let's check one of these to see if we are on the right path. 18 minus 9. And this time I want to take away from the 8 first. So I'm going to say inside the 9 there's an 8 and a 1, right? 8 plus 1 is 9. Now I can take away from the 1's place first. 8 minus 8 is 0. 10 minus 1 is 9. Add those leftovers, our answer is 9. And we got it right. Great job. So next what you're going to do is you're going to make flashcards for the facts you need to practice. So for example, if I said 13 minus 6 and your answer number 7 doesn't come to you quickly, it's taking you a while, or you have a hard time figuring out the answer in your head, what I want you to do is I want you to make a flashcard. It's best if you make a flashcard for all of them because the more you practice, the better. Or you can simply make flashcards for the ones that you feel like you need more practice with. Once you make those flashcards, you're going to take out your number cards. These are in your folders that we send home. You should have already taken them out for an earlier activity and cut them up. You're going to put out your numbers 0 to 9 just like this kid did. And then you're going to check yourself. Check what 11 minus 2 is, for example. Ask yourself, what's 11 minus 2? And then when you find your answer 9, put that one under number 9. Just like here, they did 15 minus 8, and they put their answer under 7. Does that make sense? Okay, this is going to help you practice those subtraction problems. Remember that when you're making your flashcards, always put your answers in the back so that when you practice, you don't see the answer while you're practicing, and then you just flip the card over to check to see if your answer is correct. Okay, let's look at the next page. If you want, you can pause the video here, go ahead and make your flashcards. Practice. When you're done practicing and making your flashcards, you can come back to the video and we'll go to the next page, okay? All right, here we're doing some simple subtraction. 10 minus 9, that's a really easy one for us. 10 minus 9 is 1. We're going to do 14 minus 9, and we're going to use the method where we're taking away from the 1's place first. In order to do that, we're going to take away this 9, take apart this 9. We're going to say inside the 9 there is a 4. What else is left inside that 9? There is a 5, because we know 4 plus 5 is 9. Now we're ready to subtract from the 1's place. 4 minus 4 is 0. 10 minus 5 is 5. So our answer is 5. 14 minus 9 is 5. 10 minus 7, this one we know by heart, right? 10 minus 7 is 3. Let's do 13 minus 7. 13 minus 7. This one, I'm going to subtract from the tens place first, just because we did 10 minus 7. Number 13 has a 10 and a 3. Because we did 10 minus 7, I'm going to continue with that. 10 minus 7 is 3. Add those leftovers, 6. If you still wanted to take from the ones place instead of the tens place, you can do that too. Here's how we would do that. We would say inside the 7 there is a 3. What else is inside the 7? There is a 4, because we know 3 plus 4 is 7. So now we can take away from the ones place first. 3 minus 3 is 0. 10 minus 4 is 6. And there is our 6. Okay? Let's look at 11 minus 1. Just because I'm running out of space here, I'm going to do that math on my board. Okay, so we have 11 minus 1. I want to take away from the ones place first, and there's already a 1 here. This is perfect. So I can just take the 1 from the 1. That would be a 0. What is left? The number 10. Remember, this is not a 1. This is in the tens place. So this is a 10. Now I'm going to write my answer. 11 minus 1 is 10. Or you could have just counted backwards by 1, right? 11, take away 1, 10. Let's do 11 minus 6. Here's 11 minus 6. Inside the 6, there is a 1, and there is a 5. 1 plus 5 is 6. Now we can subtract. 1 minus 1 is 0. 10 minus 5 is 5. Our answer is 5. Let's look at letter B. 13 minus 3. That one's a really easy one again, right? 13 minus 3. I'll do that one. Whoops. I'll do that one on here. 3 minus 3 is 0. What's left? 10. Let's do that one on the board. 13 minus 4. 13 minus 4. Inside this 4, there is a 3 and a 1. 3 plus 1 is 4. Now let's take away the ones place. 3 minus 3 is 0. 10 minus 1 is 9. Our answer is 9. So 13 minus 4 is 9. Let's look at number 3. 11 minus 8. 11 minus 8. For this one, I really want to take away from the tens place. So I'm going to say inside the 11, there is a 10 and a 1. 10 minus 8 is 2. Add those leftovers. 2 plus 1 is 3. Notice you can choose either method to get to your answer. You just want to think which one does it sound easier for you. Let's look at letter B, 16 minus 7. For this one, I'm going to take away from the ones place first. Inside the 6, inside the 7, there is a 6 and a 1. 6 plus 1 is 7. Now I'm ready to subtract the ones place. 6 minus 6 is 0. 10 minus 1 is 9. So our answer is 9. 16 minus 7 is 9. Let's do letter C, 14 minus 6. Inside the 6, there is a 4 and a 2. 4 minus 4 is 0. 10 minus 2 is 8. So our answer is 8. 14 minus 6 is 8. And the very last one, letter D, is 18 minus 9 equals. I'm going to take away from the tens place first, just because I already know right off the top of my head 10 minus 9, right? So inside the number 18, there is a 10 and an 8. 10 minus 9 is 1. Add those leftovers. 8 plus 1 is 9. There's my 9. So if you decided to subtract instead of taking away from the 18 and you wanted to take apart the 9, you could have done that too, right? Let's just do that one too, just so we can see it together. 18 minus 9. You could have also said inside the 9, there is an 8 and a 1, because 8 plus 1 is 9. Then we can subtract from the ones place first. 8 minus 8 is 0. 10 minus 1 is 9. So we got 9 both times. So there is no wrong way of doing it. You can choose whichever method you like best or that you think is easier for you, okay? And the last part here, it says quiz each other with fact cards. So you do need an adult to do this activity, or maybe a sibling or a friend that's nearby. One of you will hold the card and the other person has to guess what the answer is, and then you can flip it and check. You can also do this activity by yourself as long as you have your index cards made from the previous page. Basically, you just look at your card, guess what the answer is, and then flip your card to see if you were correct. Okay, great job with this lesson. We're going to go ahead and close our textbooks and take out our math book, your math workbook. And we are going to open to the same lesson that we worked on, which was exercise 5. And you have something very similar that you're going to work on independently by yourself. You're going to do these subtraction problems, and you're going to write your answers inside of each box like they did for the very first one. And then you're going to solve all of these equations. Just notice some patterns while you're doing it. For example, here it says 11 minus 7, 11 minus 8, 11 minus 9. Notice that the answers for 3 are less every time. They're getting less. How much less? 1 less, right? 4, 3. What do you think this one will be? Here, notice what's happening. It says 11 minus 4, 12 minus 4, 13 minus 4. They're all taking away 4, but the answers went from 7 to 8. That means the answer increased by 1, plus 1 every time. So what do you think this is going to be? Plus? So go ahead and try those out. And then down here, just remember to look at both sides of the equation. Remember that they both have to be equal. So whatever your answer is on this side has to be the same answer on this side. Let's just do one together quickly, okay? 15 minus 6. Inside the 6, there is a 5 and a 1. Take away the 5s. 5 minus 5 is 0. 10 minus 1 is 9. So if this side of the equation is a 9, remember, this side also has to be a 9. 14 minus what gives you 9? 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. I counted up 5 times. So 14 minus 5 is 9. Okay? Go ahead and finish those, and then you're going to turn to the next page when you're done. There is some simple subtraction that you're going to work out, and then there is some more subtraction that you're going to find the matches and draw lines. And then you're going to continue to this page. It says color the squares in each row that match the big number. So you're going to solve all of these subtraction facts, and then you're going to check the answers. All of the ones that have a 7 are the ones that you're going to color, okay? So for example, 18 minus 9, I'm going to do that on my dry erase board for you. Let's just quickly do that first row, okay? So we have 18 minus 9. I'm going to take the 9 from the 10, so I'm going to say inside of 18 there is a 10 and an 8. 10 minus 9 is 1. 8 plus 1 is 9. So my answer for the very first box is 9. I'm going to put my 9 there. Should I color that box? No, because it doesn't match that number 7. Let's do 19 minus 2. This time I'm going to subtract from the ones place first. I'm going to say 9 minus 2 is 7. 10 plus 7 is 17. I'm going to write my answer, 17. Can I color that box? Nope, because that's not a 7 either. Remember, we're searching for the number 7. 14 minus 7. Inside the 7, there is a 4 and a 3. 4 minus 4 is 0. 10 minus 3 is 7. Oh, look at that. We found the number 7. So this box I can color. Of course, I don't have any crayons, so I'm just going to use my marker. Are we done? We found one. We're not done. We still have to do all of the rest because there could be more 7s. Let's do 11 minus 4. Inside of the number 11, inside of the number 4, there is a 1 and a 3. Let's take away from the ones. 1 minus 1 is 0. 10 minus 3 is 7. Oh my goodness, we found another 7. Okay, let's do the next one. 16 minus 9. 16 minus 9. 16 has a 10 and a 6. I'm going to take the 9 from the 10. That leaves a 1. One plus the 6 is 7. Oh, look at that. We found another 7. Let's do the next one. 13 minus 6. Inside the 6, there is a 3 and a 3. 3 minus 3 is 0. 10 minus 3 is 7. Oh my goodness, we found another 7. Wow, there was lots of 7s inside of this one. And let's do the very last box. $12 minus 5. Inside the 5, there is a 2 and a 3 because 2 plus 3 is 5. Now we can subtract from the ones first. 2 minus 2 is 0. 10 minus 3 is 7. We found another 7. I'm noticing that there is this dog that's going to take this path all the way to his bone. Wow, that's going to be really cool. I can't wait to see your finished work. Down here, you're going to write either a plus or a minus inside of each circle to make your statements true. I think this is the last page. Yep, no, there isn't. There's one more. Oh boy, you guys have a lot of work today. Hang in there though, before you know it, this will be over. So you're going to do the same thing on this page. You're going to write the answers and then you're going to color all the boxes with the answers 8 or 12. So if your answer is 8 or 12, you can color it in. And looks like this time you're helping the spider reach its web. And the last one you're going to work on is down here. You're going to find all of the missing numbers. As always, if you need any help or if you're struggling with any of the answers, please remember to ask an adult to help you, okay? See you guys tomorrow. Bye.